here is a blog post. I own it because it's fresh fiction. It was a guest post from Marie Bostwick from May the 30th of 2023. So it's 2 years old. Okay. This is her older book. It came out in 23. What I want to do is to make a couple of Instagram posts that are like the highlights from this interview, which was a interview with a character. It's one of our interviews with the characters. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy what she said, and then I'm going to copy, keep going, keep going. Oh, oops. Okay, I'm going to start from the bottom because that usually works for me. I'm going to copy the title of all the information about the book and the information about Marie. Let's see. Whenever I'm screen sharing things. Okay, so we're going to go all the way up. And again, up to what was this about? There. Okay, so I'm copying it. Now I go over into my ChatGPT and I'm going to do a new one so you can actually see me doing this, how fast it will be. So what I'm going to ask it to do is I'm going to say, I'm dumb. I need help. I need help. I want to create a series of Instagram, and I'm actually saying which are posts with with image suggestions, because I really can't think about this, of highlights from this blog post about Marie Bostwick's character. Okay, that's all I have to say. And now I'm pasting in whole, see, I just pasted in what I just copied, which is an old blog post. If you did a guest post on somebody else's blog, you could go and do it because it was your work. Okay. And I tell it to do it, and now it's starting to think. All right, so what it's doing is it's going over the material that I gave it. And it's going, okay, here's some highlights I think that you like. So if you don't like the highlights it thinks that you like from whatever work you're providing to it, you could go back and rerun it. But it's still working. And the reason I told it image suggestions is because I really simply can't think about. I wanted to give me some ideas because I'm brain dead on what are the images that I should be putting together, kind of thing. Okay. And what it gave me was is saying, I'm giving you, highlighting the character from the title of the book, and each post contains the image, concept, a caption, and a hashtag set. I'm going to ignore the hashtags because hashtags aren't hot anymore. It's perfect for scheduling a mini character spotlight campaign, or you could run as a countdown. So it gives me ideas. I'm like, okay, interesting. So the first one is to meet Esme Cahill. That's the character of the book that was being interviewed. An image suggestion is a typewriter or open manuscript next to a cup of coffee with mountains in the background. Oh, I could probably find something like that or put that together on either Canva or BookBrush or whatever I'm doing. And it doesn't have to have my face and it doesn't have to have anything else. But I would be sure to put the cover of the book on there somehow. Okay. So I'm thinking that in the back of my head. And here's the caption: meet her, which really, this is actually from what Marie has said about the character. And this is okay. I'm going, oh, I would, that's pretty good. I like that. Second one is her childhood chaos. And these are actually like the titles that you could use, and you could do like a series of these posts. Okay, so now we've got the suggestion is old Polaroid pictures scattered on a table, some happy blurred showing kids a lake, a kid's bike, etc. I'm like, okay, you could search and find something like that on Unsplash or something like that. We are putting in there. Again, I would add the cover of the book to the image somehow, like just put it in there. And then the caption, that's okay. These are good things because it's actually just pulling it from the material you gave it. It's not going out there and looking at everything else. It's taking the words that you've given it and it's just rewriting them for you, which you could have done yourself if A, you had the time, and B, you weren't being bombarded by all these other things. Because the great thing about AI, if you use it like this, is that it can help focus on your own creativity and help you push it. Like you could rewrite this so it sounds more like your words and things like that. The dream that wasn't, okay, a rejection letter, that was part of the thing of how she was talking about that. 268 rejections. Okay. These are, then we go on to Ghost of the Grandmothers is a vintage of 1940s powder blue suit hanging in an attic with, yeah, these are the grandmother's gone, but Esme still keeps seeing her, not as she knew her, but as from the 1940s. What secrets did she take to the grave? So what is done here is because of the way it's done, it is that if I was a reader looking at this and reading this, I would be curious to know more about this book. And that's the whole point of doing the social media things, is to make people more curious so that they want to read more. And so what you would make sure is, that is why I would always include the book cover as just even a little like thumbnail within the picture, because it's like it can makes that connection to the reader. Here we go. Fishing and grilled cheese. Ooh, a close-up of a melty grilled cheese sandwich. Oh yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, so some of these you put together. A stylized quote card, try white text over a photo of a lake and forest with the favorite lines. Is that here's what it thought the favorite line was. And I think that's because that's the one that Marie had given. And then it will give you Reels and TikTok versions if you want it. It'll give you Canva templates or a story sequence or something like that. Like you can keep going, or you can take this information off of the AI, the ChatGPT, and start to work it on your own. But it gives you a starting point for doing something, for putting something out there that's based on an older book that you did, or an older blog post that you did, or an older interview that you did. So you've got the material that you've already done in the past and you're reworking it. Does anybody have any questions about that?
This would actually give you Canva templates?
Yeah. Do you want me to show you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that you always say please and
I
thank you.
do say please, and I do say
would
thank
too.
you.
Yeah.
I believe in being polite because you never know. It's some kind of intelligence out there.
Might turn on you.
It might turn on you. That's why you need to be polite.
It might turn on all of us.
Yeah.
Now,
I don't know how.
does it know you? It knows you have a Canva account?
I don't ask it to do Canva very often. So I may have in the past asked it to do Canva for me. I'm really not happy with it when it does Canva for me, but it will try.
I'm just curious. It's like blows my mind.
Interesting. Yeah.
Okay, so that's what it came up with. Personally, I'm not happy with that.
Okay.
So I would say that's the Canva thing. And I'm like, nah, that's okay. I would do, this is for Meg. I would say, okay, here's an image suggestion. I would copy this and then I would actually go into my Canva, which I'm clicking because yes, I have Canva. And then I would say, I didn't have it open before. Okay, so I want to click on Canva AI, and here's the prompt that I'm doing, image suggestion, that, and then see what it comes up with. Ta-da!
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Did you not know that?
No.
Okay. To me, using AI in Canva is it helps me like focus on the different things. Now, I would probably, okay, I would only use this one, not this one, because who has a little miniature bicycle on a bunch of pictures? Nobody. All right. So I was like, oh, this one is okay because it's the Polaroid pictures. That would be, I could use this because this would be like of a vacation kind of thing. But then I would, when I'd open it and start to use it, then I would add my piece to it. So my piece to it would be, okay, let's say I'm going to actually, okay, this is the resolution. Do I want the resolution bigger, better? I'm like, that's okay. We're going to just open it in editor. Okay, so here we've got this. This is good. So now what I want to do is add, so I'm just going over here to, you guys are seeing how I actually work. Okay, so now I'm going to Amazon because I want to get the book cover. This is the best way of getting a book cover is you click on it, make it bigger, and then you click open it in a new tab because that makes it biggest, and then you save it. Okay. And I've got it saved now. And now I go back into my Canva and I'm going to upload it. There it is. Okay. Gonna put this in it somewhere, but what I also want to do is to make it stand out. So I'm going to use effects and I'm going to use shadows, and I like glow. As you notice, it makes it now look three-dimensional. I can make the glow a little bit bigger by changing that so that it really stands out. Now the background, I want to take it and I want to fade it out a little bit so the book cover really comes out. I'm going to put it somewhere like that. Then I'm going to go over, now at this point I would have copied from the ChatGPT into Word because that's where I like to work. So this is going to be the caption, her childhood chaos. I want to use that as the text because I'm putting a little bit of text on here. And I'm going to take the text and I'm going to add a box and then I'm going to copy paste and I'm going to make it bigger. I'm going to move it and I'm going to put some effects on that. So let's see, does that look good? No. Does this look good? Spliced. Better. Put a shadow on it. Do I like that? Okay, so that really should be 2 paragraphs. Yeah, it's okay. This is good for just now. And now when I save this off, I'm going to save it as the same size that I could put into so it'll be a 4x5 to make it an Instagram post. And I'm done. Are you okay, Meg?
I'm okay. I just can never do this stuff.
I know,
That was the
you
whole,
need a class, give us a class on how to do Canva.
Yes.
So I'm looking at it going, I didn't know you could do any of that.
I sit on book brush for an hour and a half at a time and I get, I start
No,
going,
no,
I
that
can
is
do
like,
QuickBrush.
that is
Well,
like the joy of this. I was like, oh, we could do this really fast. It's okay, it gave me ideas. If I had to even if it had just given me that first paragraph for the Marie Bostwick post, I wouldn't have had an idea, like what kind of background do I do? The Polaroid pictures. Would I have thought about that? No.
yeah.
Trust me, I would have been all over the place. And then it's okay, now do I have Polaroid pictures in the house? That would be my next thing of thinking. And I would have to say, Sarah, you may, but do you really need to spend the time looking for them and no, we're not going to do a photo shoot. I can't do a photo shoot. So I'm going to go ahead and take the idea, the prompt that the ChatGPT did, and I'll make it the AI in Canva work for me and see if it comes up with anything. And I just give it like 3 times. If I can't find it 3 times, I move on to the next thing. But I did all of that in what,
I am
7
in awe.
minutes?
I am in awe.
Yeah. Okay. I have no words, but you can now, like, I apply that process to all of the things I do. Now, all of the things that I do I'm not infringing on anybody else's copyright. I tell it exactly, this is the material I want you to use. I don't want you going out there looking at everything else. And my ChatGPT is turned off, so it's private. So whatever I do is not actually sharing it out there with the rest of AI. You can do that when you set it up.
How do you do that?
When you set up your account, and I think it's just the paid accounts. So if you're paying $20 a month, and you should pay 20, when you start to use this, you'll go, oh yeah, you're worth $20 a month. And because that doesn't limit how much you can use it for. Okay.
Okay.
Then you can do things like do not share. I am private. Do not share with that.